so you get to stay here, but Chandler's allergic.
Extremely allergic, okay? If I am anywhere near a dog for more than 5 minutes, my throat will just close up.
That's odd, because this dog's been living here for the past 3 days.
Really? I love Friends so much. Matthew Perry may be best remembered as making us laugh on Friends. However, the actor's final legacy isn't Hollywood, but it's helping people recover from addiction. Personal items from his estate are up for auction by Dallas-based Heritage Auctions, benefiting the Matthew Perry Foundation for Addiction Recovery. Julia Batlle joins us from Beverly Hills with a preview. Good morning to you.
Hi, Erin. Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
So glad to have you indeed. So how did Heritage Auctions get tapped in for this live auction?
Yes, absolutely. So we are working closely with the Matthew Perry Foundation. One of the board members is actually a friend of the auction house, and she introduced us to the estate. And they're doing incredible work, kind of furthering Matthew's legacy and helping cement his mission, which was to help people struggling with addiction and to make sure that no one suffers alone. They have fantastic programs and grants and everything accessible to those suffering. So we're really, really fortunate and honored to be working with them and putting this auction together to help celebrate Matthew's legacy.
Wow, absolutely incredible. Can I ask how all the items came together, how you guys kind of picked and sorted what was going to be a part of this auction?
Absolutely. So we really wanted to tell his story. I mean, everything in the auction brought him joy. It's all, items that were on display in his home. Behind me, I have 2 Banksies that were part of his art collection. We have, of course, Friends memorabilia to, commemorate such a fantastic and amazing chapter in his life. And what I love about Matthew is, you can see that it brought him so much joy. We have all of his, the episode commemorative little gifts and things. He's kept them all over the years, which is really special. As you see on screen, we have the first and final episode scripts from Friends, donated very generously by Warner Brothers to the cause. And that's the first one, yes. And it was originally titled 6 of 1, then Friends Like Us, and then later Friends as we know it. So yes, we have those 2 fantastic scripts, as well as 26 of those that you see on screen, other scripts from season 10, I believe. We have, so Friends, amazing stuff. We have the yellow peephole from Monica's apartment, a replica, but it was the one that he had hanging in his home, which is really fantastic.
That's awesome.
Yes, so it's really special to see that he cared so deeply about the show that for so many people around the globe resonated and reached us all on an emotional level. So that's really, really fantastic.
I can only imagine what it would be like to have a season 10 Friends script framed in my house hanging up. I mean, that would be a top tier decoration indeed. Tell me how all of this comes together as far as the live auction, how it benefits the foundation, the Matthew Perry Foundation.
Sure. So all of the proceeds from the live auction will go to the Matthew Perry Foundation. The live auction will actually be held from our Dallas headquarters next Friday, so a week from today. Right there in our office, we'll do the live auction, but everyone's able to follow along online. You can bid on your phone, on your computer, or in person, just to have a chance to be a part of this and helping to further Matthew's legacy so that, we really can help, further the cause that was so near and dear to him.
My goodness. Okay, so I heard from a little birdie that you actually have some items with you right now, maybe even his watch.
I do. So he was a very big Batman fan, very, very big, called himself the Matman. So we have a pretty robust collection of Batman memorabilia that he collected over the years. My favorite, which was also his favorite, is this watch. It's a Memorigin Batman Warner's collab watch. Really cool. And he found this, he put in a GQ Essentials video. He said that this was his favorite thing that he owns. He went to Hong Kong, actually, because this is a Hong Kong watchmaker, and searched in one of those 3-floor malls by himself, wandering until he found this watch. He was very committed. So we're really lucky to have it. And it'll go to hopefully a very lucky, Batman fan, Matthew fan, who will get in turn, a chance to help Matthew's legacy, which is really, really special.
Okay, so let me ask you then, where can people go to check out all of these items for themselves and possibly place a bid and get something for themselves?
Yes. So go to ha.com, HA as in Heritage Auctions, ha.com/Matthew Perry. And everything that's available for bidding is up on our site. You can place your early bids ahead of the live auction. So your absentee bids, you can get bidding, see what things are going for. And the amazing thing about this auction, and what we really think would, mean a lot to Matthew, is that there's something for everybody. There's something at every price point. The Banksy behind me is probably at the highest end. It is the highest end, kind of the centerpiece of the auction. We think that'll go for about a million two. And then we
Wow,
also
there's so
have
many great things on the list for people to go check out, which I love. That website is on your screen, you guys, ha.com. You said actually / Matthew Perry, yes?
yes, exactly right. Exactly
Very,
right.
very good. Julia, thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you so much for having me. It was a pleasure.